What you guys may or may not be aware of is there's a parliamentary e-petition online. Please go online and find that. You'll find links to it on the FAWAHA Facebook group, and if you have any trouble finding it, you could come up to me or to Greg or to Cherie over there or anyone, or just simply go to the Parliament Petitions website and you'll find it. Please make sure you fill it out. The more numbers on that, the better. Next up, Brett Smith. He's been a force behind the FAWAHA group, the Fishers and Walkers Against Helicopter Access. Him and his mates pulled that group together some time ago and have been the mainstay of that group. And when I found out about what they were doing, I was full of admiration, because I'm a user. I use these places, and I was really pleased to see another group of users getting active, and which is what we all should be doing. So Brett's here somewhere. He promised he'd emerge. Mate, thanks so much for your work, and look forward to hearing your words.
First of all, I'd like to thank the Tasmanian Aboriginal community for allowing us to hold this gathering here today. Thank you very much for your support. Firstly, on behalf of the Fishers and Walkers, I would like to sincerely thank the Wilderness Society and the EDO for their hard work in holding the state and federal government to account for approving the Lake Malbena development in the first place. This week's federal court win by the EDO on behalf of the Wilderness Society has sparked hope and jubilation amongst all who care deeply about the Western Lakes. It should never be up to the people to reclaim public land, to take on a government hell-bent on breaking the very conventions that underpin Wilderness World Heritage Area values.
Shame.
The Western Lakes Wilderness is revered by all, from all over the country, for the fact that it remains a truly wild place. Recreational anglers have long opposed commercial helicopters in the Western Lakes. That sentiment has never changed. Today has become somewhat of a celebration of this week's court decision, and we wish the handful of individual walkers well in their symbolic reclamation of Lake Malbena. Whilst we celebrate this win, we must stay on our toes. Next year, the federal environment laws come under review in Parliament, and the federal government have vowed to relax environment laws. We need to continue to lobby federal politicians, prospect senators who will hold the balance of power, that we do not want these developments in the Western Lakes. If the proponent decides to keep pushing forward against the public's wishes, we will also need to lobby the current Environment Minister, Susan Ley, to turn down this development. I think one thing that has irritated us all has been that we hear the state government and the TICT use terms such as green tape, activists, or only environmental groups, to completely ignore and downplay the widespread opposition from the mainstream community of helicopters, privatisation and luxury huts in our wild areas.
Yeah.
We're here to say today that you're not just taking on environment groups, you're taking on the broad community. We have a message for the state government. This development has an extremely large opposition from stakeholders of all political persuasions, from the fishing community, including your own voters, who all agree that some wild places just simply need to remain wild and public. We will not be locked out. We will not sit back and watch our public wilderness being sold from out under us for $1. I'll now highlight the extent of the opposition from the angling community by reading a statement from Anglers Alliance. Anglers Alliance Tasmania is the peak body representing approximately 25,000 licensed freshwater anglers in Tasmania and stands by their decision to endorse an overwhelming no to the process that has led to the proposed private development and helicopter incursions into the Tasmanian Wilderness World Heritage Area. Anglers Alliance Tasmania argues that while the Wild Drake Proprietary Limited proposal is clearly unacceptable, it does not comply with the World Heritage Convention, which requires that activities in World Heritage areas should not damage the outstanding universal values for which the property has been listed. It also fails to follow the vision and management objectives of the Tiwa Management Plan. Anglers Alliance Tasmania considers this proposal and the EOI process that engendered it gives grounds for the World Heritage Committee to conduct a reactive monitoring mission to investigate how the Tiwa is being managed. A quote from the Magna Carta: "There are matters of conscience and moral principle which trump the rights of any government or king." So Premier Hodgman and the state Liberal government, you can try and downplay our existence, but the angling community will stay resolute in its opposition to your misguided visions for our wild areas and the secretive EOI process that has allowed the Lake Malbena development oxygen that it did not deserve. Sadly, we've also only heard crickets from the Labor Party, who seem too conflicted to step forward and represent the everyday person who sees the value of our wild places for healthy recreation. We're not anti-tourism, and we call for a way forward, for tourism to work with the locals and the environment and not work against them, with thorough consultation to promote tourism that does not involve incursions into wilderness areas. The EOI process is flawed, secretive, and does not have the support of the major public stakeholders of the Tiwa. It must be abandoned. Secrecy is not the way. We have a right to know. So in closing, I would just like to say this. You can influence politicians behind closed doors. You can change management plans to suit developers. You can buy secret leases. But you can't buy a social licence from the community. Thank you.